What if I told you the very thing that keeps you awake could also bring you profound peace? Hello, and welcome to Homeopathy Decoded. I'm Professor Obaidus Sattar, and for over 2 decades, I've seen the incredible, sometimes surprising power of nature to heal. I know what you might be thinking. Homeopathy? Really? And I get it. The skepticism, and healthy skepticism, is good. But today, we're diving deep into a remarkable remedy that consistently surprises even the most hardened cynics, Coffea Cruda. By the end of this video, you'll understand how this unique remedy is prepared, its surprising benefits, and how it can bring calm to even the most overstimulated minds in our modern world. So let's decode it together. The journey of Coffea Cruda begins not with your morning brew, but with the raw, unroasted coffee bean. Think of it, the very substance known for its stimulating effects, transformed into something that calms. It's fascinating. The first step is what we call mother tincture creation. The dried green coffee seeds are meticulously processed, often macerated or percolated, with a 65% ethanol solution. This creates the foundational liquid, our mother tincture. And quality control? Absolutely paramount. For instance, the French pharmacopoeia demands that this mother tincture contains at least 0.06% caffeine by mass. Then comes the cornerstone of homeopathic preparation, potentization. This isn't just simple dilution. It's a precise sequence of serial dilutions combined with forceful shaking, or succussion. This unique process is believed to unlock and enhance the remedy's energetic healing properties. We have 2 primary dilution scales, X potencies, a 1 to 10 dilution, and C potencies, a 1 to 100 dilution. This means a 30 C potency, commonly used, contains virtually no original molecules of the coffee bean. Yet homeopathic philosophy holds that this extreme dilution actually increases its energetic effectiveness. Now, you might be wondering, how does something so diluted work? In conventional pharmacology, the caffeine and other compounds in raw coffee beans are known for stimulating the central nervous system. They increase alertness, and in high doses, can cause sleeplessness and nervous agitation, precisely the symptoms homeopathy aims to treat. This is the quintessential example of like cures like. We're using a highly diluted form of this stimulating substance to address conditions of hyperexcitability and sensory overload. It's a profound difference from conventional medicine, where higher doses typically mean stronger effects.
Meet Sarah. For months her mind had become a relentless treadmill of thoughts. Not worries, not anxieties, but pleasant ideas. Joyful memories, even exciting plans for the next day would simply flood her mind, especially around 3 a.m. She'd wake up feeling wide awake, unable to switch off, utterly exhausted but wired. Her body ached for sleep, but her mind simply wouldn't power down.
This is the core of Coffea Cruda, the overactive, racing mind that simply cannot find peace. It's a mind flooded with a constant, incessant flow of ideas, often described as 1,000 thoughts rushing into the head. For individuals like Sarah, Coffea Cruda can bring profound calm and relief to these states of overstimulation and excitability. So, how does Coffea Cruda weave its magic in our daily lives? Its most renowned use is for sleeplessness caused by an overactive mind, racing thoughts, or excessive mental excitement. Imagine the mother on the left, overwhelmed by the cacophony of daily life. The noise, the lights, every little sensation feels overwhelming. Coffea Cruda is indicated for headaches described as intense, as if from 1,000 hammers beating in the head, often worsened by noise or overexertion. And here's a peculiar one. Intense stinging toothaches that are aggravated by warm drinks but temporarily relieved by holding cold or ice water in the mouth. The pain, however, returns as the water warms. It also helps calm general nervousness and jittery feelings, and even intense emotional states, whether joy or grief, and the heart palpitations they can trigger. It can even alleviate symptoms from stimulant overuse. Let's talk about how Coffea Cruda can benefit different groups. For men, Beyond the general sleeplessness from a rush of ideas and waking at 3 a.m., it's highly relevant for hypersensitivity to pain. It can also address heart palpitations after excessive joy and, interestingly, sexual arousal accompanied by a flaccid state. Think of it as supporting recovery and balance after intense periods of mental or physical exertion.
For women, Coffea Cruda is incredibly effective for insomnia from, an overactive mind. It's also known for managing increased sensitivity in the genital area, which may include, voluptuous itching, and during labor, for those unbearable pains that lead to frantic restlessness, or for early, prolonged and painful periods with large dark clots. Even milk suppression after emotional trauma can find relief.
And for our little ones, Coffea Cruda is often considered for conditions related to overexcitement and sleeplessness, like, say, before a birthday or holiday. It's particularly useful for teething pain, where the child is frantic and finds relief from holding something cold on their gums. These children can be precocious and quick to comprehend, but also restless and capricious, desiring many things and, honestly, getting bored easily. It's not about dulling their energy, but harmonizing it. Now let's talk about the peculiar and confirmatory symptoms, those unique signs that strongly point to Coffea Cruda as the precise remedy. Firstly, there's an intolerable pain from oversensitivity. The individual's reaction to pain is extreme. They may describe it as insupportable or indescribable, even if the cause seems minor. Secondly, sleeplessness from joy or pleasant excitement. The inability to sleep is caused by a mind too active with happy thoughts or ideas, not by worry. Then that hallmark symptom, toothache, relieved by cold water. The pain is intense, but finds temporary relief only from holding ice-cold water in the mouth. And finally, palpitations from sudden positive emotions. The heart races after experiencing sudden joy or a pleasant surprise. These specific indicators are like signposts guiding us to the right remedy. Understanding what makes symptoms better or worse, what we call modalities, is, crucial. Coffea Cruda symptoms are often aggravated by excessive emotions, especially joy, and by solitude. Noise, strong odors, light, and touch can also worsen symptoms. Nighttime, particularly around 3 a.m., is a common time for aggravation. Mental exertion can also make things worse. And remember that unique toothache relief? Holding ice water in the mouth helps for the toothache only. Conversely, warm drinks worsen the toothache. On the flip side, symptoms are often ameliorated by quiet surroundings and relaxation. General comfort can be found in warmth. Cold open air can also bring relief. In the world of homeopathy, many remedies share similar symptoms, making differential diagnosis key. Let's look at how Coffea Cruda stands apart from two commonly confused remedies. For sleeplessness at 3 a.m., Coffea Cruda is for those driven by joyful, effervescent thoughts, a pleasant rush of ideas. Contrast this with nux vomica, where sleeplessness at the same hour stems from business worries, irritability, or overindulgence. When it comes to emotional sensitivity, Coffea Cruda manifests as intense excitability, a hyperreactivity to joy or stimuli. Ignatia amara, on the other hand, is typically caused by grief, emotional shock, or disappointment, often accompanied by characteristic sighing. For pain sensitivity and behavior, a person needing Coffea Cruda might be frantic and restless due to their hypersensitivity, describing pain as insupportable. Chamomilla, in contrast, is characterized by extreme anger and rage with pain, often seen in teething children who are soothed only by constant carrying. And when we consider restlessness, Coffea Cruda points to mental hyperactivity and excitement, while aconitum napellus or aconite is typically from fear, anxiety, and agitation, often after a fright or exposure to cold wind. Understanding these nuances is crucial for selecting the right remedy. And, speaking of interactions, it's fascinating how remedies can complement or even antidote each other. The most significant antidote to Coffea Cruda is, ironically, crude, unpotentized coffee itself. Strong smells like camphor and garlic can also neutralize its effects, as can homeopathic nux vomica and tabacum. On the other hand, aconite is noted to follow coffee well, particularly if a state of high fever or intense pain develops after the initial coffee picture has passed. Ignatia may also be used for lingering emotional tenderness. And interestingly, Coffea Cruda can act as an antidote to symptoms caused by other remedies, notably nux vomica. However, it's considered inimical to zincum metallicum, meaning they generally don't work well together. So, what have we decoded today? Coffea Cruda is a quintessential homeopathic remedy for individuals experiencing heightened mental and physical overstimulation. It effectively addresses sleeplessness from a racing mind, intense headaches, and peculiar toothaches, all while calming the nervous system. By helping to turn the mind's cacophony into calm, it allows those who are overwhelmed by life's highs to savor joy without being consumed by it. Now, a very important note. This guide is for general educational purposes and is not intended as medical advice. Homeopathy is a system of alternative medicine, and the information presented is based on traditional homeopathic practice. While highly diluted remedies like Coffea Cruda are generally considered non-toxic, it is crucial to consult a qualified homeopathic practitioner or healthcare professional for an individualized assessment, diagnosis, and appropriate remedy selection. Self-treatment should be undertaken with caution and professional guidance. Homeopathic remedies are meant to complement, not replace, conventional medical care. If symptoms persist or worsen, please seek immediate professional medical advice. Thank you for joining me on this journey to decode Coffea Cruda for modern wellness. If you found this video insightful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into homeopathy, and share it with someone who might benefit. And remember, sometimes the greatest calm comes from the most surprising sources. See you in the next video.